Hello, this is Quentin Gooden of Top 10 Countdowns. Today, I have a very disturbing story from my personal friend and subscriber. He's been being stalked by his ex-girlfriend. I thought it would be a very good story to tell. All names in this story are replaced to protect the identity of all included in this story, all except me. Viewer discretion is advised. My name is James. I don't need to tell you how creepy my life is. I've dealt with many people being creepy, but this was the icing on the cake. Her name was Ashley. We met in school when I was 16. I was in the 10th grade. I met her before summer. Me and my friends would walk over to an abandoned mall near my neighborhood just to meet her there. Boy, do I miss those days. Things were so much simpler back then. Now she's made me feel uneasy, and I'm 17 now, soon to be 18. I lived in a nice neighborhood, and I lived in a pretty big house. Only thing I hated about it was cutting my yard. I hate yard work. Luckily, I had my friends who could help me out. My yard was nearly half an acre. My friends' names are Quentin, Doug, and the oldest one was John. We will hang out everywhere. The only reason I mention them is because they've witnessed and were involved in the mess. Life was perfect. Me and Ashley will always be together, whether I walked to her house or I walked her to my house. My friends would try to make me look bad, but I always found it funny. This was the summer of 2014, and I loved every day of it. But then I decided to break up with her. It just wasn't working out. I started getting a bad and creepy vibe from her. Trust me, it was the biggest thing I will ever regret. She was like a gun loaded with 500 Magnum bullets in a minigun. She started blowing up my Facebook like she was an atom bomb. It was so bad, and the worst part was that she friended everyone that I hung out with just to try to get information about me. It was ridiculous, and they could literally see what she posted about me. She made me look like a bad guy. She made it look like I broke up with her for absolutely no reason. Like I was some sadistic cunt who loves to see the pain of females. But trust me, I'm no bad guy. But she went crazy. It was like she was in her own little world where we still went together and everyone loved her. She would even go ask Doug for help. He would tell her to forget about me, but she still proceeded. Things got worse and worse for me. She would constantly beg me to take her back, and beg Doug to make me take her back. She even tried hitting on Doug, because back then he used to look exactly like me. The disgusting thing was that she was 18 and he was 15. She had just graduated from my high school, and I thought I wouldn't have to see her again. But I was wrong. She still progressed towards insanity. Even Doug told me that she was going insane. How she would always try to make him convince me to take her back. That's a lot to experience for a 15-year-old, especially what he told me next. And what he told me shook my inner core. She said if I don't take her back, she would commit suicide. I asked, what do you mean kill herself? Doug said that's what she said. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to be responsible for someone dying. I mean, what normal human does? I told Doug to tell her not to worry about me. He said, I don't know. She seems pretty serious, but I can see what I can do. I was worried, but at the same time, I kinda stopped caring. I wanted her to try, so I didn't have to deal with this. I know it sounds wrong, but that's how I felt. This went on for months. I've even had to block her Facebooks. Yes, Facebooks, with an S. She created multiple accounts to try to talk to me, but after I blocked her last Facebook, it stopped. Things looked calm for a second, but Quentin sent me one of the messages he sent while I had her blocked. It was a couple of creepy comments. The worst one said, I liked all of your posts, FYI. Check all of your photos to see how many I liked. I unblocked her to see everything she's done. It was terrible. She sent me all of these love poems. I decided this was enough. I told her to leave me alone, and after arguing for about 2 days, she asked me do I want her out of my life. I said yes. It's been quiet since. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you feel bad for my friend. Give me some constructive criticism on what should I do better on my videos. Well, I will see you guys next week.